If you look at our numbers, you'll note that the biggest business is in fact VDS, Vehicle Delivery Services. Closely aligned to that is a business called Commercial Vehicle Delivery Services, which we call CVDS. Now together those two contribute a reasonably substantial portion of both our revenue and our profits. In fact, VDS on its own is somewhere in the order of 52 to 54% of our profit. Now, had you looked at our business some 3 or 4 years ago, that figure in fact would have been pretty much in the 70s, in the mid-70s. So it has been a stated aim of the group to get less reliant on the motor industry segment of the business. It is cyclical, it's very vibrant in this country, but nonetheless our view is to try and get it well down below the 50% mark. VDS had a particularly good year. Grew faster than what the vehicle delivery market grew. That vehicle market grew some 15%. VDS grew 24%, so it's logical to make a conclusion that we gained market share. Our market share is somewhere in the order of 35% in the local market, and cross-border, which is the SADC countries going as far as the DRC, we have pretty much 95% of that market. And it is a market that we've got to watch very carefully. All the income is contractual. Contracts get renewed anywhere between 2 and 4 years, and that means that every year new contracts are being renewed, and it's no different this year, where three of our contracts are up for renewal. We expect to perform quite well because we have got a strong history of very, very good delivery performance. We think in fact it's a competitive edge. Our management also we think is a competitive edge, and I know every self-respecting CEO will say that, but we certainly believe that is something that's worth making explicit. And the technology that we employ in VDS is becoming a hallmark, in fact, not only for the VDS business, but in fact all the other businesses. We're finding that the depth of our IT that we offer in any one market is increasing across all our businesses, and in fact a lot of what we offer we're able to spread in fact also across a lot of the business. So it's the depth and the spread of our IT, and many of our management will tell us that in fact we're an IT business that happens to be in logistics, and so it is with VDS, a very, very strong product offering that we're able to offer our customers. CVDS on the other hand, moving vehicles, does so with a comparatively low overhead. So if it gains market share, which it did substantially during the course of this period, a lot of that profit simply drops to the bottom line. And in fact we found that CVDS grew its turnover by some 50%, but the profit in fact increased by the order of 90%. And we have, as I said, grown market share substantially, and it looks like we can, with some fairly conservative approach to the market, we think we can probably close to double that in the next 18 months to 24 months. So that's a business that we're going to focus very much on as we go forward. And we also will on our business, which we refer to as RFB and OneLogix projects. These businesses do very specialized movement of product, particularly OneLogix project, which is very project orientated and works in a lot of the abnormal load type of business. They have very strong customers, blue chip customers, who move product throughout South Africa and in fact now into Southern Africa, which by the way is just another thrust that our business is looking to pursue. In fact we're betting on Southern Africa growth, and in fact it looks like things are turning out the way that we anticipated. We have in fact a spine we call, or our footprint, into Africa, very strong presence in the harbour of Durban, our head office in Pomona, Beitbridge, both sides of the border, Harare and Lusaka. And in fact projects and RFB have benefited from that infrastructure which has been pioneered by VDS over all the many years that they've been around. Another business called Atlas Panel Beaters is performing well. We've put in good systems, we've upgraded the infrastructure, got good quality people on board, all very directed in terms of the goals that they're trying to pursue, and in fact they delivered a nice growth in profit as well. And those 5 businesses that I've just mentioned now represent the biggest segment as we segment our business, the biggest segment in our group, and we call it automotive and abnormal. It constitutes some 80-85% of the profit of the business, and it's in that segment that we see the major element of certainly organic growth coming along. And in terms of acquisitions, it's probably in that segment that we're likely to conclude acquisitions.